Listen to 50 songs on live. Shit don't got nothing to do with that situation. All right, 21 Savage, but you seem to be playing that real hard right around the corner from Boulder Crest, so whatever. But Bradford Cohen just destroyed the feds, and we're going to prove it why. Pooh Shiesty's attorney, Bradford Cohen, has released a statement to XXL following Pooh's arrest for allegedly kidnapping and robbing at gunpoint Gucci Mane and two other men with 8 co-conspirators. We are still evaluating the alleged evidence against Mr. Williams Jr. at this time, he said. After the bond hearing on Mr. Williams Sr. and the testimony we reviewed, it appears that there is a significant gap in the statements made by the government and the actual evidence. As such, we have been reviewing those issues in anticipation of Mr. Williams Jr. bond hearing. Monday QR code or link in the description to get you paid to play some games. Listen, earn up to $500 a doggone month when you do. That's free cash and SETI Nash. $5 for that. We ain't gonna cuss, no. But play some games, get paid. Hell, play this in the background if you got that YouTube Premium. And that right there will take y'all where y'all need to be. Couple of games to play. Money on me. Well, money on them. I ain't got that type of money. But they do. They got it for you. Hit that QR code or link in the description. Enjoy your Monday. Enjoy this video. Let's go. Nah, Nash. We seen that paperwork, bruh. You ready. You showed us. The internet showed us. Y'all showed us. We did. But they ain't the hood lawyer. I am. So we going to show you actually how Gucci Mane might have been set up to actually go tell. Roll it. According to BP's statement to law enforcement, he witnessed Wright pointing his cell phone at RD inside the recording room, but assumed at the time that Wright was taking pictures for social media. So if we go up and we look at this, right, it says, and we'll go all the way to the 11th, right? RD told Williams Jr. they can reschedule the studio session, but Williams Jr. requested to speak with RD privately in the attached recording room. RD agreed and entered the recording room with Williams Jr., Williams Sr., and Wright. Meanwhile, MM and BP remained in the control room with the 6 other individuals and continued to watch the football game. BP offered to share the liquor they purchased with the target suspects, and at least 2 accepted, grabbing the red cups and making a drink. Inside the control room, Williams Jr. produced the purported contract termination or release paperwork from a bag and told RD to sign. When RD declined, Williams Jr. became agitated and the pair started to argue. MM and BP could see inside the recording room and initially believed RD and Williams to be discussing business. But MM saw the conversation intensify. He texted CW, who was still in the music studio lobby. As the argument inside the recording room ensued, Williams Jr. instructed Wright to get his bag. Wright complied, leaving the recording room before returning with the bag. Williams Jr. then pulled out what appeared to be a black AK-style pistol from the bag and pointed it at RD, demanding again that RD sign the contractual release paperwork. RD complied, signing the paperwork for Williams Jr., while Williams Sr. and Wright stood by RD. Was not allowed to leave the recording room while he was held at gunpoint by Williams Jr. Wright pulled out a cell phone and purported to record RD signing the paperwork while being forced to say that he released Williams Jr. from their contract. After the release was signed, Williams Jr. took RD's wedding ring, watch, earrings, and cash. After RD signed the contractual release paperwork, Williams Jr. provided the paperwork to Williams Sr. and asked him if the paperwork was good. Williams Sr. advised that the paperwork needed to be dated, so Williams Jr. then forced RD to add a date next to his signature. As RD, Williams Jr., Williams Sr., and Wright exited the recording room, the remaining suspects, Waters, Rogers, Johnson, Glover, McDaniel, and Gibson, produced handguns or AR, AK-style pistols and began to demand property from BP and MM. MM was pushed onto the couch in the control room while an individual known to BP as CMO Damn Fool and part of Williams Jr. crew, later identified as Rogers, searched his pockets, stole his wallet, BP's change, and a necklace bearing the moniker 1017 were stolen from his neck by another subject he knew as Glizzy 375, later identified as McDaniel during the robbery. McDaniel repeatedly threatened to shoot BP for moving, but Williams Jr. instructed McDaniel not to. BP further identified an individual he knew as Baby Slime 375, later identified as Johnson as being involved in the kidnapping and robbery, and that during the control room robberies, Johnson possessed a firearm that held up BP. We're going to stop right there. See, I'm going to show you how the person who actually told, it said that he's telling in the paperwork. There's a difference in how it looks. Take a look. I want y'all to realize where the feds overplayed their hand. The feds say MM later told law enforcement that he was able to identify his robber by the Instagram handle Twin CMO, later identified as DeMarcus Glover. MM provided investigators screenshots of the last recorded locations of the Apple AirTags, specifically the last location of the Apple AirTags on the Louis Vuitton bag and AirPods was off the Dallas, and then it goes on to say North Tollway, just south of Sam Rayburn Tollway in Plano. But that's going to have to be stated because you actually don't see anywhere in the paperwork where it says RD told the investigators. Watch. Yeah, Nash, but we seen RD's name pop up, bro, and we seen RD's name. He said this, he said that. Did he really? Because we got to look at this all over again. And we're going to further prove this, right? Because it says identification of the target suspects through Instagram. Williams Jr., Pooh Shiesty, MMBP, and RD all personally knew Williams Jr. by both his legal name and the mail under which he performs. Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty's verified Instagram account and the individual depicted throughout the account matches Williams. Now watch this. This is where it gets interesting. It says Williams Jr., MM, and RD describe Williams as wearing a black Nike brand Shiesty mask, black hooded shirt, and black pants during the offense. An online search of Williams Jr. matched the individual depicted throughout at Pooh Shiesty. But never once does it say that he told anybody this. So the cameraman who got robbed, he's on the handle for talking to investigators. But it says the victims identify Williams' senior Instagram account as Mob Ties Global. Photographs on the account refer to Williams Sr. and Williams Jr. as father and son. Right. CEO Big 30, MMBP and RD, all identify Right, a well-known hip-hop artist, also known as Big 30, as present during the offense. MM and RD identified his Instagram account as CEO Big 30, which is verified by Instagram. The account contains photographs of Wright and Williams Jr. and Waters, and investigators located Facebook account associated with Wright depicted him as Williams Jr. and Waters. But it never says that they actually did that, because what ends up happening now is the feds start to actually just search for these people on their own. You can see it right here, where it says MM and BP identified KD as a nickname for Waters as described him and Williams Jr.'s right-hand man. MM described Waters' attire during the offense as a black hoodie and white stripes down to the sleeves, which matches an individual captured on surveillance video at the offense location. Investigators matched Waters' driver's license photograph to the individual depicted throughout KD375X. See what I'm saying? People miss the point of me bringing up that 21 Savage got beat up and robbed at East Atlanta Day. It wasn't 404 Day. My bad. And then dragging Lucci name in it because Lucci is his homie. So there's that part, because Gucci's supposed to be cool. So it was like, don't be hypocritical. It's not really, it really wasn't a diss. It was really me saying, why would y'all, and you all will understand this point because I already made it on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at one word, Ceddy Nash, CEDDYNASH if you're in the military. Charlie, Echo, Delta, Delta, Yankee, November, Alpha, Sierra, Hotel. Got it? But, so what it is this. My whole thing was, why are we calling Gucci Mane a snitch? Because the more I sat back and I looked at it, I'm like, bro, what the hell, bro?
This nigga Gucci Mane, don't! Big ass nigga. Ain't no way. But the attack dies, bro. That's what identified them people.
Yeah, y'all all doing that, but there's no proof that Gucci Mane actually told. And the paperwork is not even saying that. Because who did he identify to and when did he? So until we get those actual factual statements, I'm taking it back. I'm not calling Gucci Mane a snitch because it could go one of a couple of ways. Gucci Mane could go on that stand and actually say this. None of that crap happened like that. We had a conversation. I released him from his deal, and that's that. No guns, no anything. But if we keep pushing Gucci Mane and saying already you a snitch, what happens if he already goes and lives the life of a snitch? Because you guys are already treating him like that, and those who making every excuse, you make every excuse for him. So if he shows up in the courtroom and actually get these guys life sentences, we only have the internet to blame for that. Or Gucci Mane just don't show up at all. So pushing Gucci Mane to be a snitch before he had his day in court, before more evidence is shown, I'm gonna be honest, that's out. We gonna kill all that. We just gonna let it play out because he gonna have to do the right thing. And the right thing is not show up or tell the story of how that actually didn't happen because the feds know what I know and the lawyers know what I know. They got to hurry up and go for the speedy trial. Now, as far as everybody trying to get me to drop the damn footage and all this shit, bruh, no. But y'all know I knew what I was talking about, right? Because everything I described is actually what happened. So I'm trying to understand how the hell y'all gonna say what y'all gonna say. But you can't tell me about shit you ain't seen, cake ass nigga. But I will say this. It's looking good. It's looking real good. Everybody didn't have a gun. People were allowed to leave, all of this shit. So we're going to battle the semantics of abduction. If nobody shows up, so be it. All they really need is the cameraman to not show up. All they need is Gucci Mane to not show up, and you're just going to take the words of these two cops. If he say this is what I seen and there's no witness to actually bring it up, no witness to corroborate his story, point match game goes to defense. But here's the more interesting part. If Gucci Mane does the right thing, then what? Then what do we say? Because if it shows that he never made a statement and y'all just jumped out the window, bruh, truth told, that's going to be pretty damn bad. But hey, we'll see how it go, man. Subscribe, turn on bell to notify, share to keep your people aware. 20K away from these two things giveaway. Like every video, comment on every video. Try commenting and liking this video right here. This goddamn story of my man T Grizzly and his mama, bruh. It's like everybody's family got to get on and disrespect them when they broke. Click right here to see about that and stay continued in the contest, or click right here for the playlist, and I'll catch you on the next one.